Hi. Kesha hunts ghosts. Kesha hunts ghosts. Did you guys know that? I don't even know how to make an intro for this. Best known for songs like Tick Tock, Your Love Is My Drug, and Grow a Pair.
I just can't date a dude with a vag. When we fell in
What the fuck?
vag.
2020? Hashtag grow a pair? I think she's being metaphorical here. But also, what? Okay, it actually came out in 2010. The upload's from 2020. We all know Grow a Pair. What many of us probably do not know is that Kesha had a one-season ghost hunting TV show in 2022 called Conjuring Kesha. I love the title. Oh no! We've conjured Kesha! The help! Her love is my drug! Her love is my love is her drug! The title might confuse you a little bit, but Kesha is not the one being conjured. She's just regular Kesha. They're also not conjuring. They're just going into haunted places. But Kesha is there. There are only 6 episodes, but they're all hilarious. But before I get into it, here's a quick word from today's video sponsor. This video is sponsored by Love and Pies. Love and Pies is the adorable mobile gaming experience that you never knew you were missing out on. For me, it's become a daily routine. In between tasks working or on the toilet, I'm making pies, and I'm serving the pies. It's a nice wholesome way to relax, decompress, and make some pie. On top of the gameplay, Love and Pies also has a juicy drama-filled story about a single mom named Amelia taking over her mom's burnt down cafe. As you serve pies and other cafe treats, you can rebuild and redecorate the ruined cafe while uncovering the mystery and the secrets as to how all this happened. Along the way, there's plenty of small town gossip and even unexpected romance. For all the true lovers out there, that's Love and Pies. Do you need anything else? The customization options and additions you can make to your cafe make it your very own, and it makes for a lot of fun and unique combinations. I'm a big fan of the illustrative art style. I think it's very nice. High quality illustrations and animations, high resolution pies. Love and Pies has it all. Love and Pies is free to download, has fun and free events, free rewards, and other great surprises you can get just for playing the game. New content comes out every week too, so there's always fresh stuff to check out, and fresh pie. Love and Pies is a great quick rush of dopamine and a fun puzzle game with a great story. I like when my phone makes me happy instead of what it normally does. So for the love of pies, join me and download Love and Pies for free today on the iOS and Android App Store, or you can scan the QR code on the screen to get in on the mystery, the small town gossip, and the pie. Thank you so much to Love and Pies for sponsoring this video, and again, scan the QR code or check out Love and Pies on the iOS and Android store, and back to the video. The intro to the show is awesome.
Greetings, Earthlings. Kesha here. But I'm not on stage. I'm exploring my connection to the supernatural. This is my twisted journey into the heart of darkness. I'm surrounding myself with top paranormal experts. I heard it. And I'm bringing along my friends for the whole terrifying trip.
There's a spirit here?
Okay, the mask is ridiculous. Yeah, Kesha, what is that? This is my scary descent through the ghost halls of shadow. Witness my creepy adventures through the depths of haunted places. It makes the entire vibe a lot less creepy when you ham it up like this, but it is funny. So as the intro says, the show follows Kesha and a friend of hers exploring haunted places, using ghost hunting equipment, consulting experts. I'll talk more about that later. Kesha's trying to make contact with ghosts, see what they're up to, descend into the dark hole of haunt. So the first episode, they go to Brushy Mountain State Prison in Tennessee, which is a haunted, evil prison where 10,000 inmates died. They just murdered each other, or died of the conditions the building was in because it's very old.
The prison itself was actually built by the prisoners in 1896 in the shape of an upside-down crucifix.
Or a regular cross, if you think about it. If you go to the website, they just say it's a regular cross. They don't say it's an upside-down cross. So it looks like Kesha was the one upside down all along.
The imprisoned were a mix of hardened homicidal maniacs, alongside the unwanted and misunderstood members of society.
So are they ghosts too? They keep talking about how evil this place was because of all the people that were there, but some of them were just like misunderstood. Her camcorder that she's carrying says dream, but I keep thinking it says cream. Whitney Cummings is here, and she's scared. The prison is scary for a lot of reasons. It's empty, it's old, it's a prison, and a fuck ton of people died there. But when you look up inmates who died there, many actually ended up dying due to poor conditions at the prison. So now you're talking about the scariest thing in this prison being the mold particles in the air. Put a mask on, Kesha. It's not safe. Then Debbie's here.
Hi. Hi,
Hi, are you Debbie?
I'm Debbie.
What has Debbie seen? Debbie did work here as a prison guard for 20 years before it closed. Never stopped working there.
Have you ever seen anything paranormal or?
I have, yes. I have been told to get out. Up in the hospital in particular, I got that one night and I immediately left. You could hear it. Get out.
Just out of the thin air.
Yes, disembodied voice.
Yeah, Debbie's haunted. Debbie's got ghosts on her. What the fuck did she do? So Kesha goes and talks to the owners of the prison. They inherited it because people can just own prisons.
We've seen apparitions, shadow figures. We've been touched, things slam. We were getting a lot of growls. Getting growls, yeah.
Disembodied voices, footsteps.
And when they started describing the place, I started to notice that their description was just a little off. They're a little too happy about all these things having happened on their property and to them and their staff. I at least would be mildly annoyed by it if it was happening to me all the time. But wouldn't you know it, the prison actually has a website where you can buy tickets. $22 per person to just wander around the prison. The Warden's Table restaurant offers a variety of southern food, serving everything from classic barbecue plates and loaded potatoes to barbecue nachos and cheeseburgers. It's southern cooking with a twist and hospitality at its best. The twist is people died several feet from where you're standing, and they never got to eat buffalo nachos as delicious as these. Look, kids, all the shivs that the inmates made. They sure wanted out of here. $32 per person for a private guided tour with a minimum of 15 people. That's $480 minimum for a private tour of a scary haunted prison, unless you're a veteran. For your brave service, you get $3.20 off your ticket plus tax. So it's actually a little less than that. Thank you for your service. Ooh, and don't forget to check out the gift shop. That's not even all though. There's also a public guided tour for $32 per person and a public overnight paranormal investigation tour for $150 per person with a minimum of 8 people. $1,200 to the owners of the murder prison. There's a movie theater, a fireworks stand, a concert stage with a green room, private event space, campsites, a playground for the kids, bring the kids, go to the gift shop and the Warden's Table restaurant, let the kids play with the ghosts. But it's so scary.
I'm a spiritual explorer. It's all very fun and whimsical and light and magical and existential, spiritual. But like, this does not feel magical.
Kesha, it's a labor camp. It's an American gulag. I don't know what to tell you. This is not magical. What is magical is the Brushy Mountain Distillery, where you could sample and purchase the only moonshine legally made in a prison. All this to say, I don't really believe any of these people and anything they say about how haunted this place is, especially when they're trying to milk this much profit from that fact. They might have a little bit of an incentive to exaggerate a little bit. And you know what? If these people are haunted, good. You kind of deserve it for this. For all of this. The owners then take Kesha and Whitney to the hospital ward, supposedly one of the more haunted parts of the prison, where they get the creeper.
So over here is where we get the creeper. That's what
What's the creeper?
The creeper's on his belly.
No.
The creeper? Yeah, he's on his belly. What else do you need to know? I cannot believe the creeper. I don't believe the creeper. So the owner's evidence for the creeper is what they found using an SLS camera, which is this $600 piece of ghost hunting equipment that creates kind of random wireframe looking like stick figures. That's what I see anyway. It's called Gotcha Ghost. Gotcha Ghost. Ghost, I got ya. There you are. I thought they might have just been borrowing the name Kinect, like that was their brand, and then I was like, well, why is it called Gotcha Ghost if it's the Kinect SLS camera? And I was like, that's kind of funny, it looks like an Xbox Kinect. Surely they couldn't have just taken an Xbox Kinect and put Gotcha Ghost on it and stapled a fucking monitor to it. And then I fact-checked what the Xbox Kinect looked like, the 360 one. I didn't know the fucking Xbox Kinect had the capacity to detect ghosts!
Oh, they are two. Oh, look. He's trying to reach off the clock.
He's reaching at the clock.
Aww. It's a nice clock. Okay, I'm trying to move the chair to see if you come back, okay?
Come on.
Which way? Oh my god. There are two of them. And one is standing on the chair.
He's dancing. He's grooving.
Oh my
Look at him
God,
go.
It's amazing. Whoa. One in the middle. Hello.
Oh, and that's the power, folks, of the Xbox Kinect. I cannot believe this. You could see how the creeper could come of this, right? On his belly.
Like, yeah, like a spider.
That's what I am seeing in my head.
As soon as I looked at the SLS camera and then saw them doing this, I knew exactly what the fuck was going on. It's so haunted. Make sure to go to the gift shop and see. Also, does the narrative about like a spider ghost demon kind of contradict what's going on with like the prisoners and the deaths that actually happened there? Or did one of the prisoners turn into a big spider ghost called the Creeper? Which one of the prisoners is now the Creeper? Why doesn't the museum tell me that? So the other ghost story the owners tell is about a possession that they think happened. I'll play the entire story for you before I say anything.
The guy that had his, what we think was a possession that happened in here, he was over here. We heard a noise that sounded like Darth Vader. And so I flipped my light on. All you saw was the whites of his eyes. And I said, "Are you okay?" And he was like, "Yeah, I'm okay. Are we going to do this ghost hunt or what?" Like, he didn't even recall coming in here.
No.
Okay, so first I think they edited the first half of the story out to make it seem like a guy just like spawned in this room, when in reality this was probably a paid ghost tour for $150 per person. Bring the kids, have a lemonade. But all that really happened was a guy was in here, she heard a Darth Vader sound, saw the whites of his eyes, but he didn't remember how he got in the room. It probably had nothing to do with the moonshine tasting that you could do there. Kesha gets so scared that she has to leave. And then she calls a Catholic demonologist who, does he have to pay to get in? Or does he get a military discount because he is waging war with Satan's creatures? Veterans of God's Army are veterans too. The demonologist is somehow exactly what I pictured in my head. Kind of like a tactical priest that gives sermons at the Bass Pro Shop. He's battle ready. Praise be unto him, or he'll shoot you.
I'm into the supernatural. I love a little friendly, spooky moment. It's cute, but like a demon.
Guys, I love an epic spoopy moment, but a real demon is scary to me. There are no demons in the world scarier than the ghouls that run this country. I am fearless. Dick Cheney is still alive. Demons and devils still walk the earth. Sorry, I don't know what came over me. I'm conjuring Kesha.
But I also kind of don't want him to come here because if I was a demon or a ghost, I would torture the ghost hunter demonologists people. And that would be the funniest thing to do.
When I'm a ghost, I'm gonna haunt CEOs and corporate boardrooms. If you have a choice, throw chairs around and shit, write their names in blood on the windows. Really put the fear of God into them. They need it.
Then we heard about this guy named the Creeper who was laying on the ground and crawled up a wall, which is particularly alarming to me because I'm not into that.
All right, I don't know if they're giving exactly a perfectly accurate depiction of what the Creeper was, okay? First of all, he was on his belly. That was the fucking first thing they told you, and you somehow left that out. Also, was the Creeper a guy? I was under the impression he was some kind of skeleton spider thing. Ghost. So the demonologist starts describing symptoms of demon possession.
Possession is the invasion of the mind and body by a demonic force. The effects are life-shattering, producing mental health disorders, physical illness, and criminal behavior.
Guys, the demon made me pirate those movies, and it gave me OCD. And COVID. I also love the fucking sound they use when he says criminal behavior.
Physical illness and criminal behavior.
Me when I'm doing criminal behavior. Crime is not a joke. Like and subscribe for my brave message.
This is not an area of the spirit world to play in. If you play with fire, you will get burned.
Oh my god, Kesha! You can't just burn a cross like that. What does that represent? Demons? Put it upside down at least. Not in the Southern Prison episode, guys. Oh my god.
He really had me when he said that demons can cause death. I don't love that.
I swear to God, he did not say demons cause death. Like a symptom? Why did she say it like that?
This a little mousetrap.
That's not a mousetrap. I don't know what it is or what it does, but it's certainly not a mousetrap. It's a silver plate with someone's keys and a chain and a wooden stake with the cord just kind of touching on it, I guess, and that turns the light on. None of this is what a mousetrap does. So they set up ghost devices and the demonologist watches on his iPad. I don't really know what he's doing or how he's helping. But eventually one of the devices goes off and the bell on a string starts to move a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Such an unnecessary sound effect for the bell just swinging there. That's SpongeBob? That's SpongeBob. Someone drew SpongeBob on the prison.
Are you the spirit that moved the bell? Copy that.
Why does this editing remind me of a Shane Dawson video? Demonologist Michael, what is your analysis?
All right, there's something there.
He's the goddamn best there is, ladies and gentlemen.
Are you starting to get concerned?
No, not yet.
As far as I remember, they don't explain what this ghost hunting device is, but Whitney just has this thing that has words on a screen.
Okay, so this now says choose gender clean.
I love the producer coming up being like, yeah, the machine, it's so hard to interpret. It can mean anything.
Communication through the oculus can be hard to interpret.
Sometimes it's just, you know, it's a bunch of random words that don't mean anything.
Is there a demon in this building?
I think we have our answer.
The demon wants a knife?
The demon wants a knife? What would a demon do with a knife? Why would... What? So the mousetrap thing starts beeping, which I guess means a ghost is touching it? Why would it be doing that? Is that like stuff that ghosts want to touch? I'm a ghost. I love touching keys.
Okay, I got it. Are you a transgender woman? I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Whitney cracked the case wide open. Trans ghost. That's why it's a demon. Get Michael. Get the demonologist. Suck him up in the Luigi's Mansion vacuum.
Did you want to be able to appear as a woman? Ugh. I'm sorry, that really sucks. I wish that you were alive at a time where you could express the way that you wanted to.
Oh boy.
Get Whitney Cummings out of there. The ghost is making her sympathetic to trans people.
Like the only thing more horrific than, I guess, picturing all the people here that were brutally treated is imagining a woman trapped in a man's body who was here.
All right, someone needs to tell him to get out of there. I need him pulled out. Once it gains your trust, it's got you.
You thought I was joking? The trans demon is converting Whitney Cummings. No! She's cursing her to become woke.
Once it gains your trust, it's got you.
It's got you now. It's got you. I didn't edit this at all. That was his apparent reaction to her saying that.
Wait, what just happened?
I have no idea. I'd have to look at the footage to know.
I don't remember any of it. I was possessed by a ghost and it made me woke. It made me think trans women are women. That's a symptom of demonic possession, along with death.
I mean, I'm totally confused because I felt like I've heard what I heard and I felt what I felt, but Michael seems to think that it was a demon that was trying to manipulate me, so we don't know. I mean, I don't remember that much.
We don't know. We just don't know what happened. It could have been a demon, or it could have been a trans ghost.
Am I a demon? I can't tell if I'm possessed. I don't, because I feel very dizzy and very disoriented and tired and drained.
I think they're dying from the mold. I don't think they're supposed to legally be in that building for that long. There's no ventilation. I just don't think the air is very safe to breathe. You ever hear about how they open up a cave and all the dead air comes out? Like maybe like that.
I got really comfortable in there. I felt like it was a nice little cute guy, ghost.
Yeah,
Like-
which I feel like
I just misgendered a ghost.
canceled.
Damn it.
I cannot believe they managed to slip a cancel culture joke into Conjuring Kesha. The first episode, Kesha and Whitney start exploring the prison together and finally come across the scariest thing in the entire facility.
There's something crawling next to you.
The creature! Fuck! The creeper! It's him! He's crawling!
It's crawling up the wall.
Is he?
Is it touching your leg? Do you feel anything touching your leg?
I don't know.
They get too scared of the creature and have to leave. I'm just now realizing the demonologist didn't actually go inside at all. He's just been reacting on his iPad, watching Family Guy Funniest Moments compilation because he was bored. What even was his job? Well, he literally just watched it all happen. In another episode, Kesha's investigating the Oddfellow Society in Illinois.
Established in the early 1700s, It was men only. And the rest of its history is largely undocumented.
Now, the Oddfellows is one of those old men's only clubs from the 1800s and comes across a little homoerotic. They do their weird ritual on Kesha. They cast their spells and their little tricks.
You're blindfolded to represent to you the darkness and doubt through which man gropes their way to a knowledge of himself, their duty, and their destiny. A darkness not only of reason, but of moral nature.
I don't know if demonologist Michael would approve of this, but I mean, the guy says you must grope your way through the darkness and doubt, a darkness of reason and moral nature. To me, this sounds like they felt bad for kissing boys and touching peepees because that stuff wasn't really allowed in the 1700s. And so instead you have occultish secret societies where men can have anonymous gay sex and also feel like a cool wizard. And that's the kind of magic I feel drives the world. No wonder they put these goggles on her. I could not take this fucking Party City medieval times ass shit seriously. This is ridiculous. But then they bring out the real human skeleton because they're like, oh, well, are you gonna die and become a skeleton before you try gay sex? Think about that.
That men are not always to be taken for what they appear. Stand up now. You must face your own mortality.
Face your mortality and then see if you want to have gay sex with the rest of us. Grope the darkness within you. So wait, they put the goggles on Kesha before she sees the skeleton. And then she's like hanging out with the bones. She's looking at the bones, of course. He's got a little outfit.
And he's wearing like an outfit.
But then her guest comes in. Kesha takes off the goggles and then they just both look at the skeleton. Why did she have to have the goggles on then? They like just hang out with the skeleton for a while. And then they have like a local psychic touch the bones with her bare hands. Ew, stop. The psychic keeps touching the bones. It's gross. At least put gloves on. If I die, don't touch my bones. Leave my bones alone. I'd rather be cremated. No bones. No one can touch them. No one can fuck with them. Put my ashes in the garbage. They get all the usual beeps and bangs and scary noises. This episode's kind of boring apart from the skeleton, really. But ultimately, they find no signs of ghosts. It's just a mystic building where they had mystic gay sex rituals.
If we don't set our intentions, what are we unintentionally allowing into our lives? Sometimes even the best of intentions can lead to unimaginable consequences.
These outros are so crazy, man. What is this? What is the point? You don't get it. They put Kesha in the coffin, so she becomes the next skeleton. And that's the end of the episode. The final episode of Conjuring Kesha takes place in a scary asylum. One of those awful lobotomy, lock up the gays and the women type of asylum where they did experiments on patients. And now they sell t-shirts. I went nuts at Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum. Reasons for admission: hereditary predisposition, masturbation for 30 years. That sounds like a sentencing. Masturbation for 30 years. Women, just women. Does anyone think that the gift shops might contribute at all to the hauntings? Has anyone thought about that? For this episode, Kesha enlists the help of Big Frida and world-renowned psychic Chip Coffee. That's his name.
That place is up haunted.
So they set up a bunch of recording equipment and ghost tech, and then Kesha leaves out baby powder so the ghosts would leave footprints when they walk on it, which I don't know if that's how it worked. Do ghosts walk? Big Frida shows Kesha the picture she took the day before and finds a ghost in Kesha's one. The first time I saw this cut, I laughed so hard.
There's a hole in my head.
No, it's just above you.
I didn't edit that.
Do you know what this means?
Could be a spirit orb trying to communicate or attach itself to you.
Okay.
So I guess it was like it's a spirit orb. Did it attach to Kesha? Is that not something to worry about? I don't know about spirit orb.
Oh my god. I left the ovulus right there, and it's right there. I left it right there.
Man, the show is so lame. The most that happened is this little thing moved. Even if the ghosts were real, that's fucking stupid. I don't give a shit. At that point, it's like having a mouse. Then they check the baby powder, and suddenly it's covering the entire hallway. Where would a ghost even get all that? That's new baby powder. Like, where the ghost would have to go and get baby powder. And ghosts can't drive. Who's gonna clean this? Are they gonna blow it away with the big fan conveniently at the end of the hallway? Nice of the ghost to leave that there. There are also, as predicted, footprints at the end of the hallway. Just 2. The ghost didn't walk in, he just stood there. And, I don't know, teleported. He was just chilling there being like, fuck, there's so much baby powder in this room. Who did this?
You see, it's like somebody was trying to draw numbers or...
Someone was not trying to draw numbers. That looks nothing like numbers. Then Kesha gets really scared. Not because of the ghosts, but because there was a bug on her.
What? Did that just come out of my ass?
Wow, he came back as a caterpillar.
And then they finally go and get Chip Coffee for his qualified analysis. Not to question Chip Coffee's credentials or anything, but he looks fucking terrified.
Oh.
So they show Chip the hallway and he's completely unfazed by the hall being completely covered in baby powder, but he is very scared of the footsteps.
Oh my God.
They notice some track marks on the ground through the baby powder and everyone gets really scared of them, but I feel like it's just from that bug.
Wow, he came back as a caterpillar.
Chip starts talking to the spirit in the hallway and reveals his name to be the Keeper.
There's an entity here that my spirit guides say calls itself the Keeper.
Because he keeps souls.
And the Keeper is trying to keep certain souls.
He wants to keep the souls, and that makes him the Keeper. Kesha wants to know if there's anything they can do, so the gang decides to banish the Keeper, but Chip Coffee makes Kesha go down the hallway to go talk to the Keeper. Why doesn't he go?
Let's see if they're here.
You ask.
They bring him in and then he makes Kesha do it.
You are done keeping other people here? You are done keeping people's souls captive here? Let them move on.
Stop keeping. You're not allowed to keep anymore.
They're free to go now. You're free to go. Are you good? What the hell?
It worked! Even Chip Coffee is surprised. They defeated the Keeper and freed all the souls.
For what the two of you just did on this floor in this space, you set some souls free. That's godly.
Chip Coffee starts getting, like, really sick.
I'm sick to my stomach.
Oh my God.
I have the same headache I had the first time.
He really hates it. He hates being here. Kesha takes the SLS camera to the attic of the asylum, and we know the SLS camera works, the fucking Microsoft Kinect camera. Playing Dragon Ball Kinect while you're up there. It's like you're actually punching Goku.
Is there a slithering entity here?
Any slithering entities in my attic? Hey yo, slithering entity check. Slithering entities in the comments, please. Type in slithering entity here. And Kesha sees something on the SLS camera.
I see something on the ground. Oh my God. It's right next to the camera guy.
And it's like a fucking Gmod ragdoll. Is that a slithering entity? Right as she sees that, the cameraman nearby says that he feels something crawl up his shirt, and he has very light scratches on his back that are the lightest scratch marks I feel like you could possibly make on someone. This ghost sucks. Chip Coffee gets really scared and has to leave.
It's paranormal. We can't understand it. We can't explain it. Something happened.
He hates being here. At the end of the episode, they try to make this connection that the streaks of baby powder showed a room number. Chip Coffee pointed out, what a coincidence. Chip found that one room. Otherwise, this wouldn't have made any fucking sense. Then a title card says whether a patient or the creeper was responsible for the 756, something not of this world was trying to communicate. First of all, that was the Keeper. They can't even get their own shit straight. The Creeper is on his belly. Different ghost. The Creeper would never do this. Anyway, that is the end of Conjuring Kesha. I give it a 4 out of 10. We're not conjuring Kesha with this one. What I had hoped to be an intellectual and science-based ghost hunting experience ended up being more about roadside attractions and places that you could bring the kids. Maybe I'm just cynical. But I think you should blow up the labor camps and prisons that 10,000 people died at. That's fucked up. And the sanitarium that people got lobotomized at. You should blow that up too. I don't think people should turn them into roadside attraction museums. And I think we can all agree that that's what the Creeper would want. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please click like if you had a good time, or subscribe for more videos just like this. I've been streaming on Twitch a lot, several times a week if you want to catch me there. And stay tuned for another ghost-filled Conjuring video. Shout out to my patrons as well on Patreon. There's bonus content there and on my second channel for members. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.